is Rohan Malhotra, the founder and CEO of Roadzen. And Rohan, it's great to have you back here in person at the stock exchange. You have been busy, you've been flying all over the world. You've had some meaningful revenue announcements, some financing commitments, things like that. Let's begin with what's happening in the UK. Because I understand you were growing revenue, but you were doing so without the UK business, which had been a third of your revenue. So explain what happened there and how were you able to still grow the revenue without the UK part of the business?
Well, UK was about a third of our revenue, as you said, and we had a temporary gap pause as enforced by the regulator on all participants in the market, something that was not targeted at Roadzen, but it impacted our UK revenues almost entirely. And essentially, over the last couple of months, we've seen incredible green shoots in the UK business. We've announced 3 major partnerships and clients in the UK. This morning, we announced a partnership with Motion Finance, which is the largest car financing company in the UK, and we are embedding gap insurance with them. A couple of weeks ago, we announced a partnership with Vodafone Automotive to launch connected insurance products in the UK market. So now we've seen that we have regained momentum in the UK. We expect that market to deliver the operating plan that we have set out, and we think that the UK will come back to a very healthy business within the next couple of quarters, and that will be a significant catalyst for the global business as well.
So that pause in the UK is over.
We're signing on clients. We have an incredible pipeline, a very robust pipeline that has multiple major deals in the UK that we are currently negotiating with clients.
And you've also secured 2 back-to-back straight financings on some favorable terms. So explain that, what the terms are, and what you plan to use that capital for.
So we did 2 financings roughly back to back. The first one was a premium financing. We did a market financing at $1.25, which was at that point a 25% premium to the stock price, which was backed by the 4 largest shareholders of Roadzen. We put in about $2.25 million into the company. On the back of that, we also triggered some interest from a family office who wanted to put in additional capital, and we did that at $1.30, which was a premium to the last announced deal. So we raised in total about $4.5 million through these 2 financings. And what that positions us for is to use this capital for growth and to deliver the operating plan, which we have said we're going to hit break even by December, and we believe we can deliver about 30% revenue growth for the year. So that's kind of where we're at this moment.
I was going to ask you about the break even and the cash. So share the progress on that. You mentioned by December. What will it take to get there for Roadzen?
Well, there are a couple of catalysts for us. We are seeing incredible traction in India through the Drive Buddy platform, where we have the AIS 184 regulation, which is a great tailwind, and we are negotiating multiple contracts for that. We also have the UK business, which is starting to see growth again, and the US business, which is healthy and growing for us. So all 3 of our core operating geographies are seeing growth. That will be how we will get to break even. We already also cut a lot of costs inside the business. We leaned out the business entirely to make sure that we are well positioned for the growth that is incoming. So we feel very confident about our ability to deliver the operating plan for the business.
Anything else you'd like to say to investors, potential investors, people who are interested in what Roadzen's doing?
I think Roadzen is still an undiscovered public company, I would say. We're making a lot of effort to change that. We're one of a few AI companies that has $50 million of recurring revenues in a space we think, the insurance vertical is roughly $1 trillion for auto every single year. This is a large market. We are one of a very few players who has the technology, who has the scale, who has the depth of relationships with some of the leading car makers, the leading insurers, the leading fleets in the world, to basically dominate this industry for many, many years. That we're significantly undervalued, and we're looking to create the growth, the path to break even, and we think that will have a good impact.
Yeah, okay. Rohan, thank you so much for the update.
Thanks a lot. Have a good day.